Well, hello. I just wanted to make another video of celestial DPS, and this has been my bread and butter since I started playing DC Universe in 2012, and I took a 3-year off. So when I came back, everybody had massive skill points, and I was not up to par. So anyway, as you can see, this is my loadout. I mean, I have my HD redistributor HUD up to 120. I have the strategist card up to 120, and I have the solar amplifier. The reason why I use the solar amplifier is because it gives me a might boost. And as you can see, my might is only 85,938. And my loadout on this one will be Plague, Divine Light, Wrath of Presence, Consume Soul, Sacred Light, and I'm running the Robot Sidekick. Weapons, I always use the one hand. I only use 4 skill points in there. And acrobatics, I just recently switched, so I have all of them all the way down to Breakout Master. My iconics, I got Robot Sidekick and Super Strength. Like I said in a previous video, I like to throw cars at people just to tick them off, so it's okay. Then skill points, I have 437 skill points. Super powered, I have 7 in a critical power chance because I always need power. Then I have 10 in my critical power magnitude. I have all 20 in critical attack chance. I have all 40 in attack damage. I put 51 skill points into precision, and I have 295 in might and power. So that's basically what it is. So I'm going to show you my loadout on the damage, so you can see what it is like on 3 targets. Well, I'm sorry, I kind of messed up the loadout. Usually I go usually go from left to right, and I kind of messed that up. So I usually use Plague, Divine Light, Wrath of Presence, Consume Soul. But first I always use Sacred Light because it hits hard. But anyway, let's see what the damage is. Okay, damage I did was, for 49 seconds on 3 targets, I did 57,789 damage per second. I did a total of 2.8 million damage, and my maximum hit was 72,562. So that's pretty good damage for Celestial. But this is a range loadout, so when I go up close, I'll move things around. I start with move that out of there, I'll move that over there, move that over there, and I'll move that there. And those are the only 4 powers that I use for if I'm doing a close range attack. So these are why I was kind of messed up. So this is my short range when I'm doing this. Sometimes I'll use Wrath of Presence twice, then go into Consume Soul. And I didn't hit the secondary part of it. But as you can see, I don't really have a problem doing it. It's just, I'm kind of nervous because I'm making a video for the first time. As you can see, I did a 71,827 for the max hit, which is a pretty damn good hit. Oh, excuse my language. but I did 54,000 damage per second. That's when I want to get up close and personal on things. But usually that will stun everything. And now, okay. So let's take a look to see what kind of damage I did this time. On 8 targets, as you can see, 35 seconds, I did 61,000 damage per second. I did 2.1 million damage. My max hit was 41,570. So it does hit pretty hard. Now let's go back to the original burn. So let's go over here and I'll show you what I mean by this is a range loadout. Timing's everything. Okay, I only did a couple rotations that time, but as you can see, all the dots are clicking. And my sparring targets, or my robot sidekick's not out. So I did 31,000 damage per second. I did a max of 55,932 per second. And I did 2.2 million damage in 40 seconds. So like I said, you don't have to be having all your artifacts up high or anything like that. You just have to, you know, focus on what works for you on the situation. I mean, a lot of people there, you know, they'll use different stuff. Like a lot of people will put Defile in there. They'll take out their robot sidekick and, you know, they'll put, where's Defile? Right there. And let me show you what I mean by how Defile works. Let's do it on 8 because I want you to see the clicks of how Defile hits. Sorry, I got a little out of sync there. But you can see the difference with the file in there. So I did 46,000 max, and for 33 seconds I did 1.7. So like I said, people can switch stuff around a little bit here, a little bit there. The file works the best when a boss is 35% less. So it's kind of like a single target hit. So I'll show you what I mean on the single target here. So we're on a single now. Okay, let's get out of combat and you can see what I mean by the single target. So that max hit was 106,000 for a max hit on a target, and that was probably one of the hardest hits that you'll see with Celestial. And let's see which one was the 106,000. Let's see. Let's go back down here, and I can't exactly find it right now, but something hit for 106k, and as you can see, I did 33,000 damage per second. I did 960,000 damage in that time period. So like I said, Celestial can hit pretty hard, you know. You just got to be patient with it and learn how to use the combinations. Like I said, I've been using his power since it came out, and this was actually one of my, I think it was the second power I chose, or third power. So Celestial is pretty hard hitting, so don't let anybody fool you and say, oh, Celestial is not that good. Well, you just saw it, and like I said, you know, other than skill points, my artifacts are not up, so, you know, you gotta do what you gotta do, you know. You see some people out there that have all their artifacts at 200, and you're like, okay, there's at 200, so how can I hit that hard, you know? Well, you're not going to be able to compete with them. You're going to be able to do the best you can with what you got, and like I said, you know, everything will filter itself out. So anyway, thank you guys very much for watching my video, and that's my Celestial DPS loadout.